If hard work guaranteed success, why is it that construction workers, nurses, single mothers are not the richest people in our society? If this question has been on your mind and you've been thinking about it for yourself, there are at least 5 things about the difference between hard work and value that we misunderstood. My name is Nawa K. Coleman. I am a wife, a mother, salon director at my family's beauty salon for operating for over 30 years. And I am a big proponent in truly understanding the core meaning of interconnectedness. There's so many moving parts about our spiritual lives, our family lives, and our business. But none of these things operate independently. When I really sat back to think about that distinction, the difference in the salon, for instance, between what is hard work versus what is value, I came to understand that the value is a premium that one places on a service or a product that they would put a dollar amount on and invest in. And why I said that is key thing. To be transparent, in the beauty industry as a whole, and in particular the braiding industry, the value has not been set at a high bar by any means. Like a main issue that we would see in that space is that people saw the labor as a low ticket value. People will refer to it as, oh, well, I'm going to go to my braider, or I'm going to go to my braid girl, or I'm going to go to someone who knows how to braid. But when you frame it that way, then it just instantly strips the value from it. And then it just becomes something that people expect to get for a low price. In our price reset workshop, we unpack this even deeper, how your time, skill, and value should show up in your pricing. And that is a major issue in that industry because a lot of times pricing, when they're pricing around it, it's based on what other people are charging or the value that the market has inadvertently placed on it. But the key is the value was set from those who provide the service, i.e. the salons and the braiders. Whereas braiding is a skill, it's a technique, but it's a design, it's an art, it's a craft. And that determination, it starts with the person providing the service, or at least you thought so. Beauticians, beauty professionals, this is a very labor intensive field of work, very labor intensive. Okay, most times you get into work and you don't know what time you're going to leave. And this can run the gambit, right? You're never sure of your hours. You're on your feet 4 hours, and then you're not only performing services, right? In our business, we are an African hair braiding salon, okay? And if anyone knows anything about hair braiding, it's tedious and it's time sensitive, time dependent, okay? That is the key. And then it's a lot of repetition of the same movements over and over, affecting the same muscle groups in your body. So that was a day-to-day life for us, okay? So if you start a client, you expect to be working on that same individual for a minimum of 3 hours, and it could go up to 5, 6, 7, depending on how small and how intricate the detail is, 8 or more hours. So these people, these individuals, and mostly women, are working these very extensive long hours. And then by the time that you're done, what may feel like, okay, we had a great day's work because this style that took us 4 hours to do, well, we were able to take back $160 or $200 or maybe $250, and that's it. And while it's honest work and it's honest living, that hard work is not being paid the same way that someone in a tech industry, right? We have all of these tech giants, especially now with the age of AI. Every day something new is rolling out. And then these businesses, when they get either acquired or they exit or they scaled, we're talking in the 3-digit millions to $1 billion is what the value of that company is. So then now, if you haven't noticed by now, when I was speaking about the women in the salon and the braiders in the salon, and you can think about anybody in any industry that requires a service. So service industry, bartenders, waitresses, construction workers, plumbers, people who have a trade that they trade their actual labor for a dollar amount. Any of those industries, these people put in the most work physically, for starters. And then if you're in the corporate space, or if you work in the office, or if you're working in a school, any of those industries that are a little bit more clerical, administrative, then you have all of this time strictly tied to your pay. The organization wants 40 hours of a work week from you, and then that will yield whatever your annual salary would be. It's all tied. Time equals money. Money equals the time. But then when I spoke about the tech industries and these larger corporations, they have an idea that can solve a problem for a mass amount of people, and then the value is put on that. We have our amazing workforce. People are doing the things that we absolutely need. You are probably one of those people. This is why we need to have this discussion, and it's so important, okay? People may laugh at you. People may think that you are crazy. People may think that, what do you know, right? You can't do what you see other people doing on TV or all these other people we aspire to, okay? That is the selected few. Selected by who? I don't know, but it's a selected few, and it cannot be me. Ask yourself, how will I shift my thinking from effort-based to value-based? And how will I get there? And after you've thought of all of these things, the next step is just start documenting. Write it down. Look at it clearly. Where is my beginning, and where do I want to be?